Let's see here. An angular hood with a high vertical profile. You know what this reminds me of? Hey Exile, and welcome back to Before You Buy, that series that breaks down the supporter packs and the more interesting armor sets so you can see whether or not you want to give GGG your rent money this league. And well, before we actually talk about the armor, let's just get something out of the way. This league's packs feel a bit empty. Don't get me wrong, I like the armors, but the contents themselves seem to be a bit lacking. Don't believe me? The last time we had a supporter pack without a weapon effect was Prophecy League in 2016. Every single pack since then has included one, regardless of the other contents. And while yes, this league's packs do bring a bit of innovation to the table with evolving character effects, I don't know if that's enough to justify the trimming of its contents. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. I'm not going to linger on it for the video. On with the review. Spellblade is a no-nonsense battle mage style armor with one of the more interesting helms we've seen so far this year. Its large vertical profile and Sauron-esque eye housed within the hood give this otherwise tame set a sense of dread and evil. It's funny to me that we used to meme about how much GGG loved purple MTX, and now this is the first real purple supporter pack we received since Undertaker nearly 2 years ago. It's crazy how time flies and how the MTX that GGG considers popular gets changed and put out over the years. And no, Judicator does not count as a purple set, don't at me. Anyway, let's talk combos. Straight up, if you have them, the monolith wings are incredible here. It's actually surprising to me how few and far between purple back attachments are. These have been the gold standard for some time now, and it's nice to see them to continue to get new uses. Still, a new piece would have been great. Since the monolith wings are legacy, lots of the good purple back attachments are all legacy. Something the rest of the player base could pick up in the store to work with the set would have been nice. Now, considering the continued popularity of the Elder theme, I figured it'd be a good idea to also include how the set looks with both the Elder wings and the Elder character effect, so there you go. It looks pretty good. I also use the Elder weapon throughout most of the video because, well, it's also just that good of a weapon. Now, going off the beaten path a little bit, we slot the helm into a Judicator plus a Dark Prism hybrid setup for an unusual look that for some reason just seems to work. The defining principles here is that the Judicator weapon effect has both purple and gold highlights, same as the Dark Prism back attachment and the character effect, and that kind of just ties the whole thing together. Now, continuing with the helm theme, I really feel like combos for the set get better the more willing you are to experiment with the helm. Now, it's unusual at first, but the more you try it on various things, the more it seems to just slot in. Take, for instance, this example using the black and white armor. This is actually a really simple setup, but it's clean, it's eye-catching, and the helm just kind of works here. It's one of the few times I've ever actually used the black and white armor too, which is kind of cool. Pandemonious is also a really weird setup, but I just wanted to see how it'd look, given I ran a purple and orange setup for most of the league. And yeah, I'll let you guys decide if this is good or not. I don't know. I'm kind of biased here, but. And speaking of a more classic look, I figured it'd be a shame if I used the breach weapon effect throughout the video, since this thing didn't have a weapon. That's what I've been using for the most part. And I figured it'd be a shame if I didn't include a setup with the actual original breach cloak. So there you are. We used Void Emperor for the chest armor and for like the weapons, breach on the weapon effect, and the cloak, the footprints, you know, etc., etc. It looks pretty good, I feel. Not my favorite setup for like a Breach Lord inspired look, but it's pretty decent. As far as the character effect goes, it's interesting. The evolving functionality is kind of cool. It's kind of a novelty. I don't know. This is going to take some time to grow on me. I personally really don't like its static form, but when it's powered up and you're tearing through monsters and it's getting real crazy, I like it then. So IDK, maybe I'll get used to it. I really like new features like this. I'm excited to see them experimenting, but for now I'm kind of just like lukewarm on the character effect. Anyway, yeah, let's wrap up the video. I like this armor set. The supporter pack itself, less so. It feels like this is a step down in value as far as supporter packs go, especially since last league's packs are still in the store. Malice in particular, with its armor, its multi-form weapon, its weapon effect, its cloak. It feels unfair in comparison. Malice feels like so much more value. And imagine lots of people who held off to see like all four packs compared against each other are going to end up going with the older sets. Anyway, that's my thought. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one, Exile.